We know that obviously Hamas and Hezbollah have been severely degraded. I should just say that we're now hearing an alert,
Right.
which is an indication that we...
Right. So these are the alerts that go out on all of our phones when you're in Israel. It's a 10-minute warning of incoming missiles or something incoming from Iran. So now the location we're in has a verbal alarm telling people to go down into bomb shelters. So we have about a 10-minute window to get down into a bomb shelter, and we'll continue to try to broadcast from that bomb shelter, and even if we can on the way down. Do you guys want to?
Should we go down, or you want to finish this?
Well, we should probably go down.
We should probably go down.
Let's just make sure. Do we have? Are we able to do that? All right. I think we're going to head down to the shelters. Chuck, do we have capabilities as we go down?
Just checking microphone. Be ready in a second. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see if we can switch over. So is this actually working?
You guys hear him?
Okay. I'm not. Oh, get here.
What's your microphone?
Okay, I think it's.
Bring your IFB box. Bring your IFB box. Just unplug it.
Should we all go down?
Yeah, I think we should all get one. So again, you can hear the sirens going off. This is from the hotel. They're warning all the hotel guests to go down. This is the first time today that we have had an alarm like this. It's obviously something that many here in Tel Aviv have gotten used to over the last 10 or 11 days since this began. We saw there was one alarm shortly after, or several hours after the first strike, the strikes on Iran by the United States. This is the first one we've had this morning. Okay. So I'm just going to go down here. And here with Jeremy Diamond. So in terms of this is the first one today, isn't it?
It's the first one, not today, because 7 was the last one. I think we're all a little bit upside down.
3 a.m.
Oh, we're at 3 a.m. Yes, so it is the first one of the day. But what we've noticed, I think, is fewer barrages, but quite high intensity, particularly this morning. I mean, Jeremy, you were there on the scene. The damage was...
Yeah, I mean, there's also been reports that the Iranians have been using different types of ballistic missiles, some reports of cluster munition use as well, and we've seen the kind of impact that can have on the scene. Today I was at a site in the north of Tel Aviv, in Ramat Aviv, where you saw a residential block that was almost, completely obliterated by the power of that blast.
You guys got to press down in the basement, please.
The damage is enormous. More of these ballistic missiles that are indeed getting through those air defense systems, but quite incredibly, we haven't seen any fatalities in, I believe, a week now. Right? The last Monday morning was the last time we saw a fatality. That's of course a credit to the aerial defense systems, but more importantly, perhaps, to the early warnings that are getting us into bomb shelters and getting millions of other Israelis defense systems, but more importantly, perhaps, to the early warnings that are getting us into bomb shelters and getting millions of other Israelis.
Kristen Holmes with senior White House correspondent. As they go into that shelter, we are losing service there, but we expect to get them back at any moment. Of course, hoping that they are safe as this is continuing. Now, I think we have our signal back. Okay, great.
It is a luxury to have a 10-minute warning. Obviously, in a situation like this, in many cases, obviously, rockets from Gaza. Generally, there isn't that like a 10-minute window.
All right. Shalom. I'd like to start off saying, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Harikak Kodash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great most, all of my elder Heroin as well. Salutations to the Archon that are pushing the truth, sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe the name Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, I'm Knox on by Yashar from the Lions of the Yashar camp. And this is another Lions of News and Prophecy. So let's get it. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And cause them to be written on paper, for they are faithful and true. All right. Said you know, I'll start off by saying this. Anderson Cooper wasn't playing. He said, should we go down there? And then the chick was Clarissa Ward. She was like, or should we just finish covering this? He's like, bro, let's go. The fuck is y'all waiting for? Like, he was not playing. Yeah, Anderson Cooper fucked up. Yeah. So that's exactly what's gonna happen when those are turned towards America. But you know what I'm saying? Probably ain't gonna be no 10-minute window for it, but they're gonna try to get into these bunkers. You see that? They're gonna. So I want to get a couple scriptures talking about that. Lord willing, lesson to her edify her service purpose for the hopeful elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. So let's get Joel 2 and 1. All right. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Right. And that's what the men of the Lord are doing. Right. Not for no 10-minute window for some missiles coming, but we're telling our people to repent that the Lord's finna about to send 200 million of them over here to America. 200 million warheads. It says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Right. So the day of Yahweh Shema Shai, judgment day, man. We at the brinks of it. It says, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and they strong. There had not been ever like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. All right. So there ain't nothing gonna be like what's gonna happen. All right. Ain't nothing like these missiles that's gonna be shot off. You ain't never seen nothing like this. What the Lord's gonna bring. All right. Like that great people, the missiles, a bunch of them. It says a fire devour before them, and behind them a flame burneth, and the land is as a garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolation, a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. Right, and that's fire before them. That's that power in them warheads, right? And the flame behind them, what is that? That's that propulsion. It says the land is beautiful before they come, but the remnant of them, but the aftermath of them is straight destruction, man. Verse 4 says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses and horsemen, so they shall they run. It says, like the noise of chariots and tops of mountains, they shall leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face, people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb like men of war. They shall march everyone his own way. They shall not break their ranks. Right? Ain't nothing gonna be able to intercept them or stop them, man. So all that 10-minute window stuff. I'll read that in a minute. All that 10-minute window stuff, they ain't gonna have that, bro. Like, these elites, they're gonna try to hurry up and get into their bunkers, but the Lord got something for them too. All right. It says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and they shall fall upon the sword, and they shall not be wounded. It says, they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall. There go your AI. They shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief. So no matter where they go, if you got a missile with your name on it, it's gonna find you. See that? The earthquake Before them the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw from shining, man. See that? That's what's coming to this place. And they ain't gonna be able to run from it. They ain't gonna be able to run from it, man. The Lord know what they're gonna do before they do it. All right, let's get Revelation 6:12. It says, and behold, I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell upon the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken by a mighty wind. It's gonna be doom, 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 doom. Right? It says, and the heavens shall depart as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. The earth's gonna real to that shit gonna be crazy. It's all right. This is the point right here. Verse 15. And the kings of the earth, right? And great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every freeman hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Right. They're gonna try to hide in them bunkers. Just like how they was just doing, trying to do just then. Trying to hide in them bunkers, man. And they'll watch, okay? And they'll say, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, man. All right, it says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Not nobody. The only way you're gonna make it out of here is through salvation. And you better hope for it that you know what I'm saying, that the Lord has you destined for that. I know I'm praying for it. Right? So they're gonna try to just like how they got the hell on when they heard that siren going on. Right. This is Isaiah 2:19. It says, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he is arisen to shake terribly the earth, man. Mm, 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 mm. But the Lord gonna destroy them. See that? Let me see another one. Let's see. Whew. Real quick. There was another one I wanted to get. Slocky. Hold on one second. I think this is it. All right. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. They're gonna try to find all types of ways to escape. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. All right, and they shall go into captivity before their enemies. All right, and I will command the sword, and it shall slay them, and I will set my eyes upon them for their evil and not for good. All right, so so the Lord, no, it don't matter where they try to go. It don't matter where they try to go, man. The Lord's gonna destroy them. The Lord's gonna, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no way they're gonna be able to hide. Let me get slacking. Um, all right, Amos 3:1. It says, "Hear this, the word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up." No, that's something different. But yeah, that's something different. But yeah, these a lot of these scriptures are twofold, and they're synonymous for the things that are going on right now, man. And so it don't matter what kind of bunker they try to hide themselves in. The Lord's gonna search them out, or have the men of the Lord search them out, or have the missiles come down and burn them up while they're in there, man. So there's no way you can hide from the fierce judgment of the Lord, man. All right, just want to touch on that a little bit. Lord willing, this lesson edify and serve His purpose for the hopefully elect, the ones that truly believe in the name. Yahweh Shem Shai. With that, I'd like to say, Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Harikak Wadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my other heroine as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth, sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom.